Okay, so I got plenty of that. Wow, okay, yeah, I have plenty of that. Well, so let's go.
涙蹴っ触れて
遊んであげるよ。僕が出そう。
出発の時間だ。落ち着いて。チェックメイト。生命を立ちなさい。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。
その階だ。サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。
あなた、それとも運命の全て。
気をつけて。
本質は同じ。呼吸するその感覚。素晴らしい時はさようなら。落ち着いて。
遊んであげるよ。
優美な身構え。
階だ。インドワース。
涙蹴っ触れて
ベッド。
立ちなさい。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。
研究の価値あり。根は戻る。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。
イコその階だ。
出発の時間。落ち着いて。生命は
雑草が消えないのに。気をつけて。
素晴らしい時はさようなら。涙蹴っ触れてあがく必要は。
インドワース。
立ちなさい。研究の価値。
すべての創造は麦の日にいた哲学の大事万象を再構築するのです。真実に誓う。
全員死去。 風に吹き落とされる。
遊んであげる。好きに使ってくれ。最後全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。
落ち着いて。あなたインドの薬。
ベッド。
呼吸するその感覚。素晴らしい。さようなら。優美な身構え。本質は同じ。
遊んであげる。
立ちなさい。落ち着いて。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。涙ふっ触れてやる。インドの生命をふっ立ちなさい。全員し素晴らしい。さようなら。出発の時間。落ち着いて。
最後全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。
根は戻る。呼吸するその感覚。インドの薬。立ちなさい。涙触れてやる。優美な身構え。命の花びらいずれ風に吹き落とされる。落ち着いて。研究の価値に全員し素晴らしい。さようなら。インドに
You know, I really want to try this. Just because. Wait, why? The fuck? Okay, there we go.
しょうか。恐れひるまず弱い。
Okay, maybe this won't be that great.
僕が出そう。サイは全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。全て狩りつく上昇腐敗。やっはっ。大将は定まった。爪も牙も鈍ったの？
生命の呼吸。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。
気をつけて。
勝負を決めるのは一つ。両断する。
すべて狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。迷いはない。遅い。
研究の価値あり。根は巡る。罰剣三景。
弱い。
後期。
サクッと手合わせしてみない？恐れずひるまず。
主将は口を告げぬ。万物は戦慄から離れる。
買いだ。遅い。
生命の呼吸するだけではない。はっ。
すべて狩り上昇腐敗。やっ。大将は定まった。気をつけて。サイは投げられ全てを失うか。はたまた手に入れるか。買いだ。爪も牙も鈍ったの。迷いはない。はっ。お腹が空いてる。
研究の価値あり。命の花いずれ風に吹き落とされる。鉄は熱いうちに撃て。はっ。
サクッと全て狩り上昇腐敗。はっはっや。大将は定まった。恐れずひるまず弱い。気をつけて。
そこ。生命呼吸するだけ。本質は同じ。
買いだ。
勝負を決めるのは人だから。両断する。
気をつけて。
大地を割る。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか。はたまた手に入れるか。全て狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。遊んであげるよ。
根は巡る。
爪も牙も鈍ったの。迷いはない。弱い。
雑音消え
そこ。
買いだ。遅い。
福音を待つ。
自分の実力試してみる。3。離れなさい。
気をつけて。
そこ。 究の価値あり。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。雲を切る。
ベッド好きに使ってくれ。サイは全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか買いだ。全て火率上昇腐敗。やっはっ大将は定まった。ほとんど地面サクッと手合わせし恐れずひるまず。
生命の
弱い
勝負を決めはっ。
気をつけて。全て狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。はっ大将は定まった。
真理を知る者は守られる。
迷いはない。
秩序なき雑音が。
自分の実力試してみる。
秩序なき雑音が。
お腹が空いてる。
コキ
買いだ。
命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。溶断する。鉄雲弾
弱
劾。
い恐れずひるまず。
研究の価値あり。
狩り尽く上昇腐敗。やっ大将は定まった。
はっ
気をつけて。
まだあった。
サイは全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか買いだ。僕が出そう。
生命の本質は同じ。コキ
気をつけて。
コキ
買いだ。
溶断する。
全て狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。ふんはっ大将は定まった。
楽しいですか。
ほとんど自滅じゃない。遊んであげるよ。好きに使ってくれ。イカサマは
研
何だ。
究の価値あり。
遅い。
すべての創造は麦の日に至る。哲学の大事万象を再構築するのです。
気をつけて。
勝負を決めるのは人だから。ケンちゃん、どれを切りたいか教えて。ああ、全部？分かった。
サイは投げられた。全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。
命の花火いずれ風に吹き落とされる。はっ
借り尽くす上昇腐敗はっ大将は定まった
価値に
研究の価値あ
はっ爪も牙も鈍ったの迷いはないはっ
鉄は熱いうちザン
よい遊んだあげ
生命の自分のはっ容断する
すべて上昇腐敗はっや大将は定まった
研究の価値根は巡る大地を割る
好きに使ってくれ
命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる
歴法に
勝負を決めるのはザン
サクッと手合わせ恐れずひるまずはっ階段よい
価値に
爪も牙もに迷いはないすべて仮上昇腐敗大将は定まった
生命のふっ
人の尊厳に
レッド僕が出そう
他の人に任せようかな師匠どうぞ今こそ真の生理の逆行ミルクティー最高くらえ
遅いサイは投げられ全てを失うかはたまた手に入れるか気をつけて
秩序なき雑音が
迷いはないすべてを上昇腐敗はっやっはっ大将は定まった遊んであげるよ好きに使ってくれ
やっコキ
雑音消える
階段
コキ
爪も牙も鈍ったの恐れずひるまず遅い
節雲弾楽おすごいとっておきをくら
気をつけてすべて借り尽くす上昇腐敗大将は定まった
10人は相手できるよお疲れ様
サクッと手合わせしてみない？よい。
勝負を決めるのは人だ。はっ。
貝は投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。貝だ。
あんたを練習台にしてあげ。今こそ真の清流逆光ミルクティー最高。くらえ。おう、分かった。はあ。
ベッドすべてか上昇腐敗てはっ。大将は定まった。迷いはない。遅い。気をつけて。
不意打ちじゃん。
サクッと手合わせ。
共にいる
よ
今こそ清流逆光ミルクティー最高。くらえ。おお、すごい。とっておきをくらえ。コキ。
すべて狩り尽くす。上昇腐敗やっ。大将は定まった。
ヨーダーする。
当たりだ。
大地を割る。
貝だ。爪も牙も鈍ったの？恐れひるまず遅い。
お疲れ様。まだまだ。
秩序なき雑音が。
イカ様はなしだ。気をつけて。
雑音消え
そこ。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。貝だ。全て狩り尽くす。上昇腐敗てっ。大将は定まった。
コキ。
気をつけて。
もう分かった。はあ。今こそ真の剣術清流逆光ミルクティー最高。くら
イカ様はなしだ。好きに使ってくれ。サクッと手合わせしてみない？迷いはない。よい。はっはっ。
え。コキ。
貝だ。
ヨーダーする。
すべて狩りつく。上昇腐敗はっ。大将は定まった。もうお腹が空いたもんな。
自分の実力。
恐れひるまず遅い。
おお、すごい。とっておきをくらえ。
万物は戦慄から
コキ。
気をつけて。
祈り続けます。
すべて上昇腐敗はっ。大将は定まった。サイは投げられ。すべてを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。
10人は相手できるよ。お疲れ様。今こそ真の剣術を見せるとき。清流逆光ミルクティー最高。くらえ。
貝だ。よい。
もう分かった。はあ。コキ。はっ。て
昇腐敗。大将は定まった。ほとんど自滅じゃない。遅い。好きに使ってくれ。
師匠どうぞ。今こそ真の清流逆光ミルクティー最高食らえ。3
迷いはない。買いだ。サイは投げられた。すべてを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。すべて仮上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。
おおすごい。とっておきを食らえ。
雑草消えて
後期
夢に沈
雲切る。
弱い。爪も牙も鈍ったの。
ああ分かった。まだまだ。
買いだ。
今こそ真の清流逆光ミルクティー最高食らえ。
すべて仮上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。僕が出そう。
万物は戦慄から
後期
気をつけて。
自分の実力はい。ヨダする。罰剣三景。
遅い。買いだ。サイはなくすべてを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。サクッと手合わせ。恐れひるまず。すべてか上昇腐敗。やっ大将は定まった。
おおすごい。とっておきを食らえ。
当たりだ。
もう一人前だもんね。師匠どうぞ。今こそ清流逆光ミルクティー最高食らえ。
爪も牙も気をつけて。
勝負を決めた。後期後期
買いだ。すべて上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。
お疲れ様。
遊んであげるよ。遅い。気をつ
ヨダする。自分の実力はっ大地を割る。後期
けて。買いだ。すべて借り尽くす上昇腐敗。大将は定まった。
ああ分かった。今こそ新清流逆光ミルクティー最高食らえ。
ベッド。サイは全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。
まだまだ。あんたを練習台にしてあげる。師匠どうぞ。
迷いはない。
全ての想像は終わる。 麦の日にいた哲学の大事万象を再構築するのです。
遅い。
節山岳おおすごい。早く戦わせて。
すべて狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。はっはっはっはっ。大将は定まった。
真実に誓う
勝負を決めるのは人だから。やっ
歴法に誓う言語に誓う価値に誓う
サクッと手合わせ恐れずひるまず。弱い。
今こそ真正義の逆光ミルクティー最高くらえ。もう一人前だもんね。お疲れ様。
意義に誓う
爪も牙もに迷いはない。はっ気をつけて。遅い。すべて上昇腐敗。やっ大将は定まった。
もう分かったわ。自分の
遊んであげるよ。
10人は相手できるよ。師匠どうぞ。今こそ真正義の逆光ミルクティー最高くらえ。
サクッと手合わせ恐れずひるまず。弱い。
おおすごい。はあ
ベッド。
歴法に誓う
爪も牙もに迷いはない。遅い。
言語に誓う
遊んであげる。
価値に誓う規則に
恐れずひるまず。はっ弱い。階段。すべて上昇腐敗。やっはっ大将は定まった。すべて狩り尽くす上昇腐敗。はっ大将は定まった。
もう分かった。今こそ真の剣術正義の逆光ミルクティー最高くらえ。とっておきをくらえ。
意義に誓う
3あんたの連鎖
サクッと手合わせしてみ迷いはない。遅い。
Okay. So, did that. Rough sketch. That is. As you see, I am pre-farming materials usually like if I know I'm gonna pull the character, then what I'll do is I'll like pre-farm the material so when the character banner does come out and I pull the character, I can just get them like level 80 and get their traces maxed level. Right? Should be. Okay. It's right over here. Oh, okay, so I have not unlocked that yet.
リスクのないリターン悪くない。
Okay. Cool. Fire. Okay. I could probably just auto this and be fine.
師匠どうぞ。
Brett Walker, do you think that is competitive considering Facial and Acheron exist? Okay. Uh, so this is just my personal opinion. Let me turn this down so so I don't have to talk over the game. So this is just all opinion based. Okay. Take what I say as opinion, not facts. Dot is in a weird place. Dot only is surviving because of Acheron. If it wasn't for Acheron, Dot would not be as prevalent and as good as it is right now. If without Acheron, Dot is kind of mid. That's that's an opinion. That's my opinion. But I think the reason that Dot is good is because of Acheron and what she brings to the table. And but when you compare Dot and with follow up, because Fei Xiao works in follow up teams, Dot doesn't have a lot of units. There's not a lot of characters that does Dot. Like if we go to the data, if we go here, the most common team you will see in a Dot team is Kafka, Acheron, Black Swan. Follow up, because Fei Xiao is follow up, you can run Fei Xiao in essentially any follow up team. You could run Fei Xiao with Yun Li. You could run Fei Xiao with March 7th. You could run Fei Xiao with Rune Mei. Yeah, Rune Mei can be run with Fei Xiao uh, as a support. You could run her with Mose. You could run her, if you want to be a little bit weird, you could throw Gallagher in there just to be weird. Gallagher is so good that you could essentially put Gallagher in any team and he will do good. And he will like help your team. You could run her with Jade, yeah, because Jade's follow up. You could run her with Topaz, Clara. So when we are comparing Fei Xiao to Acheron, and I'm just gonna take Fei Xiao versus Acheron. Acheron is slightly better because she does AoE. Her ult does AoE, and so her damage is essentially a little better, but Fei Xiao is right there and next to Acheron. Like it's hard to say which one is better because of their roles and what they do. Um, Fei Xiao can, let's say, Fei Xiao can consistently get follow up attacks. So she can not only single target a boss, but she can dwindle down the other ads. So when you have like Avertine, for example, I'm going to take Avertine and Topaz, right? When you have Topaz and Avertine in the team and they are constantly getting follow up attacks, Fei Xiao is getting follow ups constantly and she's dwindling the enemies down. So essentially, her damage scaling is stacking. She is stacking that damage. So while she does not, her ultimate is not AoE, is only single target, you gotta look at her kit overall and the fact that she is getting follow up attacks consistently. And if you got your Fei Xiao really built well, she is going to do quite a bit of damage with those follow up attacks. I can't say that she is better than Acheron, and I can't say Acheron's better than Fei Xiao because they're both really good and their roles are different. So you will use them in like in-game content. You'll use them in mock. You'll use them in Divergent Universe. So yeah, Dot is still good, but it comes down to Dot is good because of Acheron. Without Acheron, Dot would not be good. Um, and the chances of them power creeping Acheron is very low. I say this, it's low because Acheron is basically Raiden Mei from Impact Third. Uh, and Hoyo loves two characters, Himiko and Acheron. Himiko and Acheron are their two favorite characters. Uh, Raiden Mei is Hoyo's favorite child. So that's why when you look at Fei Xiao, she doesn't power creep Acheron. She's right next to Acheron, but she doesn't completely blow Acheron out of the water. But I do think Dot is in a weird place. I think that Dot needs more units. They need more characters because there's not a lot of characters for Dot teams. Um, that's a good idea. A Dot sustain, a unit that not only is a sustainer but does dot damage would be great. I think that would be good. We don't have a unit like that. We don't have a sustainer that not only keeps your team alive but also does dot. You know, uh, or another dot support that isn't Rune Mei. like uh because really you're going to run Rune Mei in a dot team for not only dot but for extra damage. But Rune Mei, this is where it's hard for dot teams because Rune Mei can be run in not only a dot team, but you could run her in a follow up team. You could run Rune Mei with Fei Xiao because, you know, Fei Xiao ignores toughness reduction. Fei Xiao does toughness reduction, which ignores the enemy's defense. So when you put Rune Mei with Fei Xiao, you are giving her that extra damage, but that extra break damage. And then on top of what Fei Xiao kit does, well, you see where I'm going with that. Or you could run Rune Mei in a break team because she helps break teams. So you could run Rune Mei with Firefly or Boot Hill. And you can help Boot Hill or Firefly do more break damage. So Rune Mei is, we need another support dot character that's not Rune Mei. So then if you want to run Rune Mei in another team, then you have another support dot character to run with dot team. So I think that in overall it's in a weird spot. It's in, so I hope that maybe Hoyo will do something more. Like hell, in 2.6 we are getting Rappa, and Rappa's a break character, a break DPS character. Rappa is an imaginary break damage DPS character. So where is another dot character? Like where's a dot support or something? It's like it's either been follow up. We've been okay. We got Jade, which is follow up. We got Firefly, which was break. Then we got Fei Xiao follow up. Then we got Yun Li follow up. I think to myself like, where is a really good support dot character? Where is a like what's going on with Hoyo? Why are they just giving characters either break damage or break sustain? Look at Ling Xin. I probably butchered her name. But the second phase, after Fei Xiao, in the second phase, we're getting Ling Xin, and I I probably said her name wrong, but she is essentially a Gallagher upgrade. Okay, she is basically Gallagher, but 5 star, but upgraded. Will she replace Gallagher? No. She is basically just a upgrade to Gallagher and is overall better. But Gallagher will not be replaced. You will always use Gallagher. So we're basically getting a break sustainer type character that you could run in break teams, essentially. Uh, and it sucks because I like Dot Team. Like yeah, like there was him, but what is he? Is he Nightality? Okay, he's Nightality. Yeah, he makes Acheron better, and that's basically what it did. It just made Acheron better. That's basically all it did. It didn't really bring nothing new to Dot Team. It didn't like be like, okay, it's not just for Acheron, but it's for your entire team. No, it's just, oh yeah, we're gonna make a Dot character, Nightality, right? And this is just for Acheron to make her better. And unlike, you know, other characters like Jade, right? Jade, uh, is a follow-up character, but she didn't make any follow-up units good. She basically did something unique, and she just made follow-up teams a lot better. She basically is just a really good character that's not making one unit good. She's not like there to make this unit good. She's there to make every follow-up team good. Um, then we got what? We got Yunli. Uh, and people sleep on Yunli, but Yunli is so good in follow-up teams. Like what she did, what Yunli does is so good. Yunli is basically, I'm not going to say she's Clara. I'm just going to say that, okay, yeah, while she's similar to Clara, she is better than Clara. So Yunli just makes follow-up teams better. Okay, like if you're running follow-up teams, Yunli is a great option. The point is that they came out with this guy, and it didn't bring nothing new to dot teams. Okay, it didn't be like, yeah, it's going to make every other dot character good. No, it's there to only support one character. It's there. He's there just for Acheron, and that's it. And that just doesn't sound very productive. I want a dot character that makes all my dot characters good. I don't want a dot character just for one unit, right? Like, so I hope, and this is what I hope. I hope that they sort of like focus on dot, but I don't know. Hoyo seems to have a sort of, they seem to love follow up. Okay, like they love follow up characters. Like Hoyo, there's something about follow up that Hoyo likes, and then break teams. It's either follow up or break teams. Okay, those are really the two things that Hoyo seems to really care about. The only time they really care about Dot is for Acheron. And this is where I say, because Acheron is basically Raiden Mei, and Raiden Mei is Hoyo's favorite child. So they will do everything to make Acheron good at the expense of, the entire Dot meta. Like every other Dot character, okay, yeah, they don't care about. So it's about the fact that they just are making Acheron good. You know, they are, and that's sad because I would like either a dot support unit, like a dot sustainer type unit, or a you know I don't know, another dot DPS, like something that's not Acheron, that be like, oh, here's a new dot character DPS, and yeah, it won't power creep Acheron, but it will be like right next. It will be like Fei Xiao, right? It's like Fei Xiao doesn't power creep Acheron, but she's right next to Acheron. She's up there. She's like SS tier, right? And then you got Acheron SS tier. They are like right there next to each other. So I just want more dot characters, more dot characters. Like I like all the metas. Like I like dot, I like follow up, I like break team. They are all fun to run. Um, so I don't have a preference when it comes to teams. Give me a second, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. I had to do something. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about before I had to get up. Yeah, I honestly. Oh, yeah, I was talking about Dot. Yeah, but short and simple, Dot feels kind of neglected. And yeah, uh, and I hope the reason Dot is still good is mainly due to Acheron. If Acheron was not in the picture, wouldn't be Dot would actually be below, you know, break. Like it would go uh follow up break Dot. Dot is sort of kind of competing with break team. But I feel like break team is a little bit better because they have more units to run with. Dot doesn't have a whole lot of units. The main staple is Akron, Kafka, Black Swan, and like I said, the Fox guy, he basically is there to make Akron better. So I hope that Hoyo does something with Dot. Um, Hoyo is afraid to power creep Akron. They are afraid to power creep Akron because Akron is Raiden May. Akron is basically Raiden May, and Raiden May, is Hoyo's favorite child. They love Raiden May. You know, every time. Look at so Raiden May was first introduced in Impact Third. Then in Genshin, when Genshin came out, Raiden Shogun, which is essentially Raiden May, except just replace Raiden May with Raiden Shogun. Uh, is She came out in the first anniversary for Genshin. I think she was released as the first anniversary character for Genshin. And ever since then, there really has not been an Electro character in Genshin that has power crept uh, Raiden. And then in Star Rail, I believe Acheron came out for the first anniversary of Star Rail. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think it was like the first anniversary is when Acheron came came around. I could be wrong, but point is they have always been afraid to power creep Raiden May. They don't want another character being better than Raiden May. It's like Himiko. Himiko is kind of the same example. Himiko is also Hoyo's favorite child. The difference is though between Himiko and Raiden May is that Hoyo's not afraid to power creep Himiko. Himiko has a track record of dying. Like in Impact Third, Himiko dead. Okay. So far in Genshin, Mavoka, which is basically Himiko, except she looks a little different. Uh, don't know this like how like if Mavoka is going to stay alive because Himiko in any of their game is like, yeah, we don't kill her off. We don't kill her off because it's to make the main character, to motivate the main character, is to give the main character motivation to become stronger. So Himiko serves as the catalyst for the main character to sort of become stronger. And yeah, uh, but Dot is Dot Dot team needs some love. They kind of need to stop being afraid to be like, okay, you know what, we will come out with a new dot DPS character that will power creep Acheron, you know, or we'll come out with a dot character that's not there to support just Acheron, but to support all dot units, so like a dot sustainer. So imagine a sustainer that keeps your team alive but does dot damage or applies a dot, so it's there to not only make one character good, but there to sort of give support to your entire team. Um, Whether Hoyo does it or not, I don't know, but yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Uh, Raiden Mei is Hoyo's favorite child to sort of overshadow other characters. Raiden Mei overshadows basically the entire roster. No matter how you look at it, Raiden Mei basically is there to be above everybody else. Um, Himiko is there to sort of die. And I'm surprised that Himiko in Star Rail is still alive. Okay. Uh, Now you gotta realize the person who did Pinacone, the entire Pinacone story was written by the guy who killed off Himiko in Impact Third. Okay, he is the guy that will kill Himiko off. Not a lot of people realize that, but the guy who did the story, wrote the story for Pinacone, is the same guy who kills Himiko off. So I was shocked that Himiko in Pinacone is still alive. But don't know. She can die anytime, and don't know when. Uh, and if you actually look at it, there's a reason that Welt is from Impact Third. Okay, now, if you saw the trailer for the Star Rail slash Impact Third collab, it highlights Welt. Throughout that, give me a second, my throat. Throughout the, oh man, give me a minute here. I feel like my voice is dying. Okay. Throughout the trailer highlights Welt, and basically Welt came over from Impact Third. Now, there's a reason he came over, and lots of people speculate he comes from the Impact Third universe to Star Rail for one reason: to save Himiko from that fate. Because in his world, in Impact Third universe, Welt couldn't save Himiko. He couldn't change her fate. So, well, big reason of being in Star Rail is to prevent that same tragedy, to prevent Himiko from dying, to defy fate. Now, whether at the same time it's all scripted, it's all up to Hoyo. They write the story, they write the plot. If they want to kill Himiko off, they're going to kill her off. And there's nothing Welt can do or say. That he's a character written by Hoyo. He's a character made by Hoyo. So, it would be ironic if he can't save her, because then that just shows that no matter in what universe, you can't change someone's fate, even if they are a different version of that character. You can't defy fate. You can't change that. They are destined to die no matter what. So it would be ironic if he can't save Himiko. And the underlying moral of that is that you can't defy fate. You can't change somebody's destiny or their fate. They are predetermined to die no matter what in any universe. Now I don't know. I like it really depends on how Hoyo uh how they really take it. But I I didn't play Impact Third, and lots of people say, do I gotta play Impact Third to understand Genshin Impact? Or do I gotta play Impact Third to understand Star Rail? And I tell people no. Be- with Genshin Impact isn't really tied to Impact Third. They don't. Genshin Impact is kind of its own story. Because instead of it, Genshin Impact being called uh, Honokai Impact, right? Like instead of, because what their game is called Honokai Impact Third, right? So instead of Genshin being called Honokai Impact, they call it Genshin Impact. So Genshin Impact is a different, separate story, and while it does kind of have some, it does share some things with Impact Third. It's more its own story. Star Rail, Star Rail is more closely tied to Impact Third, because they call it Star Rail Honokai Star Rail. Like if you look at the official title of Star Rail, it is called Honokai. So Star Rail is actually more tied to Impact Third. You look at our characters, right? Stella, who is the female version of the Trailblazer, is more tied to Kiana. Kiana and Stella are very similar. And then you look at Callus. Callus is tied uh, to that. What's his name? I gotta look this up. Okay, yeah, Kevin. Callus, who is the Trailblazer for Star Rail, is similar to Kevin. And Kevin, who is basically short story, Kevin basically was a sort of not a he was a good guy, but certain things happened in Impact Third story that sort of led him down a not a so a pretty dark path. So he went from being good to kind of not to being bad, but he wasn't really a bad guy. He was like a sort of anti-hero, where yeah, he went from being good, but then kind of went to being bad, but not. He was like not bad. It's weird, yeah. But Callus and Kevin are similar. So when you look at Star Rail is very similar to Impact Third, but you don't gotta play Impact Third to understand Star Rail's story, because at the end of the day, Star Rail's story is its own thing. And while it does tie in some way to Impact Third, it does its own thing. But as you see, I am pre-farming for Rappa because we are pulling Rappa. I know that like I probably should pull a support character, another support or like sustainer or shield, and but I won't Rappa. Because looking at Rappa, she looks really cool. She looks like a really fun character, and the fact that she is another break character that will give me like I would be able to run Firefly in one team and then Rappa in another team. How many? 3,559 in 96 days of the battle pass. So we are like saving, and I do actually plan on buying uh the I do plan on buying this. So I probably will buy this like at the end of the month. So this right here, if you got the money, I feel like the battle pass is worth it because if you buy the, let's say you buy the express pass, right? So I feel like there's two things in this game that's worth buying, spending money on. The express pass because it gives you like 90 uh 90 jades for 30 days. That's like 2007 jades for 30 days. So that's actually really good. Um, then the battle pass is if you got the money for that, the battle pass is great because if you buy this, the the $20 version, and yeah, okay, some people say, oh, that's a lot, but you get a lot for 20 bucks. You're getting a lot. You're getting 680 J's plus 200 J's. Then you're getting like two emotes, and then in the battle pass you're getting a bunch of uh XP books. You're getting limited tickets. You're getting just a lot of stuff, and so I feel like the battle pass and the express pass are the two things worth buying. Now, I spend I buy the express pass and the battle pass from time to time. Sometimes I will even like buy jades, but jades are not worth buying. Okay, like I do it because well, I do it. Okay, like it. Yeah, yeah. But if you got the money and you want to buy jades, buy jades. I'm not going to tell you not to because if why would I tell somebody, hey, don't buy jades if I'm buying jades? But the only time I buy jades are if I want a character. If I know I'm going to pull on a banner, but I don't got enough jades and I want to make sure I can guarantee the character, then I will go out my way not only to buy the battle pass and the express pass, but I'll go out my way to buy jades. So then it'd be like, okay, I'm good. I know even if I lose the 50-50, I can still guarantee myself getting that character because I got enough jades. But that's the only time I buy jades. Only time I spend money for jades is if I'm going to pull for a character. Let's see. How many do I need? 139 color draft, 69 dynamic outlining. Okay, let's see. currently owned. As you see, I'm like pre-farming like Rappa's material. I I'm pre-farming her trace materials, her ascension materials. I don't really gotta worry too much about equipment because I'm kind of at the point where like the relics and she uses um will be good. I got like a lot of artifacts. I got a lot of gear. I still wonder. The one thing I don't pull for this in this game is light cones. Like I would I would rather have more characters than pulling for a light cone. Because at the end of the day, it's like unless I have enough jades to be like, okay, I have enough to guarantee the light cone, I'm not going to pull the light cone. It's not worth it. You don't need the light cone to make the character good, okay? But some people be like, oh, I need the light cone to make the character good. Like the character will only be good with their light cone. That's a load of bullshit. That's a load of being like they're saying that. Okay? Content creators are saying, "Yeah, this character is better with their light cone because they want you to pull." Okay? But those content creators, they are whales. They spend money on the game. They can not only spend money to pull E6 characters, to pull every character, but to pull the light cone, okay? If you are free to play, your priority should be, okay, if I don't got enough jades to pull the light cone, why are you pulling in the first place? That's dumb, it's stupid, that's not smart. I only pull if I got enough to guarantee myself. Now if you're a whale, that's a different story. If you had the money to spend hundreds to pull every character to E6 characters, then you got the money to pull the light cone. That's a whole different story. But if you are free to play and you're like a light spender, right? And when I mean like light spender, you buy like let's say the express pass or the battle pass. You're basically like, you know, wasting your jades. You're like wasting what you have instead of being like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should just save my jades, right? And sort of build it back up. So then if there's a character I want down the line, then I have enough to pull that character, right? But instead, you're over there throwing jades at a light cone banner where it's like you gotta pray and hope that RNG is on your side because you don't got enough to guarantee yourself that light cone. So that's kind of how I take the approach with summoning, is that if I don't got enough, I'm not pulling. Just like in Genshin, I don't pull like okay, so in Genshin, I play Genshin too. Uh, I take the same approach to my summoning as I do in Star Rail. I go for characters first, weapons second. If I don't got enough to pull the weapon, I'm not gonna pull the weapon. Uh, there's only been certain times where it's like, okay, I will pull the weapon. I will go for the weapon. I think one character, Dea, I went for Dea's weapon because I wanted her weapon to go with her. But I had enough, to pull her and the weapon. Arlecchino, I had enough to pull Arlecchino in her weapon. Uh, so I always make sure that if I pull the weapon, that I'm going to have enough to guarantee that weapon. But Dea was a different story. I did have to spend money to pull Dea's weapon. But if you got the money to spend and you want a weapon and the weapon in Genshin for that character and you got the money to spend, okay, then yeah. But if you're free to play, you don't really got the money, then you shouldn't pull the weapon. So I take that same approach from Genshin and I apply it to Star Rail. If I don't got enough to pull the light cone, but I got enough to pull the character, I'll pull the character, but I'll skip the light cone. Then you don't need the 5-star light cone. I'm going to tell you this now. Uh, Fei Xiao. I'm taking Fei Xiao. That she's the newest character. Fei Xiao. You don't need Fei Xiao's light cone to make her good. Fei Xiao cooks no matter what. Without her light cone, she is still good. She is top tier. Yeah, her light cone makes her better, but she's already good without her light cone. And there are 4-star light cones that you can use that will be a good replacement on her. See, it's about being smart. You gotta be smart. Gotta be like, okay, know when to pull, know when not to pull. Hey, but, and then, if you're feeling lucky, here's the thing. This is rare. If you are feeling lucky, and you got that gut feeling of being like, you know what? I'm gonna pull this light cone, and I know I'm not guaranteed. I know I don't got enough, but I'm feeling froggy, right? I'm feeling lucky. Then pull. Because there are times where it's like, you got the luck. The luck is on your side, and you take that gamble, that risk, but it pays off. There are times where like I didn't have enough to let's say pull a weapon in Genshin, right? And I didn't have enough to guarantee myself, but I pulled anyways because I was feeling lucky. And guess what? I pulled the weapon. But you gotta know when to do that and when not to do that. Gotta know when you got the luck and don't have the luck. So that's why I say like a lot of the time, if you don't got enough and you aren't guaranteed, don't pull, skip. Because then let's say a character comes out, right? There's a new 5-star character and you really want that character, or not because they are good, but you like their gameplay, you like their design, but you don't got enough Jades, right? You don't got enough. So because you ended up kind of screwing yourself over trying to get a light cone, right? And you didn't get that light cone, and now you're kind of in a tight spot of being like, shit, I screwed myself over, you know, then you kind of only got yourself to blame there. So now you're at the point of, okay, you gotta hope and pray that you can get that character before the banner goes away. You gotta hope that you can, like, farm you know, a shitload of jades, right? So now you're a Russian. I got these two. I got like three. I just like waste these. I waste these tickets because it's like, for me, there's no point in saving these tickets. Plus, I'm still over here trying to like, I'm still trying to get my 300, so then I can get choose a character. So yeah, okay. Let's go to artifacts. I got like a ton of these. So let's see. I feel like either for Rappa, so like this will be Rappa's best set. The Iron Cavalry would be her best set. So I feel like either for boots you could either go attack or speed. Now for substats, you won't, right? Let's see. I don't have any. I'm just gonna take this, right? You would want like either you want break effect, right? So we want break effect, attack, crit damage. So attack, break effect, crit rate, crit damage. I feel like speed, you don't really gotta worry too much about speed. I got like a lot of these right here. I only have heads. Okay, head, hands, body. Okay. So, yeah. I think that I think that's it for the stream. It's been about 2 hours. Uh, I may stream again later. I don't know. If I stream again later, I probably will stream Genshin. Uh, so it really depends on how I feel. But peace out and thank you again for joining me.